So we're going to welcome to the Jam for Joy, and this is Yes and Exercise. We're teaching a series of games that you can use in your support group to help bring people together and to help break the ice, or maybe expand them into new territory. And this is one we simply call Story. And in the game of Story, here's how this works. One person will tell a story, and there'll usually be a prompt, maybe based on a theme or an idea that's come up, or maybe even something you pre-selected for the group. And then the other people, will do it in the group form right now, will listen for 1 minute. And one person could be a timer. At the end of 1 minute, timer can gently say, wrap it up. And then for about 30 seconds or so, we, the rest of the listening audience, will reflect one thing we heard with the phrase, I heard you say, not adding anything, reflecting right back to the person who spoke about their story. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and ask someone to join us. And our story topic for the day is going to be a story about gratitude. I want you to tell a story about one time when you felt gratitude about something, somewhere where it, bless you, it
Thank you.
made you thankful for the moment, for the person, for the environment, for the circumstances, whatever it was. A moment where you felt gratitude is a story we're going to share right now. And again, one person will share for a minute, and then the rest of us will reflect one thing at a time with I heard you say for 30 seconds. Who'd like to share a story of gratitude? I see Carl. Carl, we're going to go ahead and we're going to listen to you. Susan's got the time. And so watch her at the end of your minute or so. She'll give you the high sign. And please take it away. Tell us a story about gratitude, my friend.
So I was having a bad day, and went to a convenience store in the middle of nowhere in the country, and I was just disconnected like I am right now, and Angela went inside, and I stayed outside waiting for her, and some nice gentleman came up, offered me a bottle of water. He said, I'm going inside. I'm going inside. I'm gonna get you a bottle of water. Came back, brought me a bottle of water, just for no reason. Out of the kindness of his heart. That was it was really touching. That he didn't ask any questions. He just offered me a bottle of water.
Perfect. Okay. I think that's Carl's story. Now we're going to offer I heard you say. And I'll start by saying, I heard you say that you were very dyskinetic in this story, and you're saying just like I am now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anybody else I heard you say for Carl? Yes, Brad.
I heard you say out of the kindness of his heart, which is beautiful.
Perfect. Wonderful. Daryl.
I, excuse me, I heard you say you were in the middle of nowhere and you went into a convenience store.
Perfect. John.
Heard you say that you were with someone else who went into the store while you waited outside.
Wonderful. Amy.
I heard you say got you a bottle of water for no reason.
Yeah. Susan.
I heard you say he didn't ask any questions.
Lovely. Good. Anybody else I heard you say? Carl, how did it feel to have your story reflected back to you?
It was very, very, very nice to be heard.
Very nice to be heard. For all of you, what is the value of hearing someone and in purely their own words, right? Not adding anything into it, as we're wont to do in conversations. We quickly add on or maybe make it about ourselves, don't listen completely. What is the value of slowing down and offering, I heard you say, for any and all of you? Why does that matter? Rachel?
It forces the person to listen and not be thinking of extraneous things that are maybe not that story.
Right. We're shining the light on the person. We're allowing them to be fully heard and understood. I love that. Great. John?
In order to do this, you have to recognize it's not your story. I mean, the story, it's their story.
This is really gift giving. This is kind of in a way a transference. It goes right back to mirror in some way, doesn't it, John?
Yes.
Yeah, I love that. Karen, I saw your hand.
It brings all the focus on that person.
Yeah. And what's the value of shining your light on someone else? Why does that matter, Karen?
we learn from each other.
Yes, we do. Absolutely. Paula, I think I saw your hand.
I think it just makes him feel so special.
Yeah.
That I have something that is so important that people listen to me and remembered and repeated it back to me. It's a marvelous feeling, I think.
How many people go through life in various ways, various times, sometimes feeling unseen, unheard, isolated? Is that anybody feel those types of things? We know, I mean, right up to the Surgeon General, he's flat out called it a pandemic. The flattening aspect of COVID put that on all of us. We also know it's very highly correlated with Parkinson's disease, that Parkinson's has a way of making us feel unheard, unseen, and maybe we even hide ourselves out of stigma, shame, fear, whatever it is, frustration. So the idea of being seen, of being, to borrow a phrase from our good friend Diane, visible and vulnerable, and to know that there was no judgment or anything on that, that seems like it's a skill, isn't it? That we have to practice to slow down to listen this way. Yeah. So that's why we practice. And that's why this makes for a really great operational phrase, I heard you say. And storytelling, the openness, allows the agency of the person to take it anywhere they want. Because did anybody know Carl's story before he started?
No.
No, but I can say for me personally, I feel better for having heard it. I feel honored for Carl having shared and showed us his life. Susan, one more thing before we wrap.
Uh, I'm sorry, went away.
That's okay. Susan, I offer you this. Here's my story.
Uh-huh.
All right, everybody. That story, again, we hope you'll watch that and incorporate that. Oh, Susan remembered. Yes, it's back. The
I
hug
did.
helps.
I did. I did. The fact that it's set up for a minute is really an amazing experience for the speaker, because as you reach where you thought you were going to wrap it up and there's still time, if you find more, it's like when we play What's Not Wrong with Your Life. You keep going and you find more. And I saw that happen to Carl. It's I don't know.
It's
It's
back
great
to the mystery.
expression.
It's back to the discovery, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
with him.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. Story is powerful. Listening is powerful. I heard you say. All right. Let us know how it works for you. We want to hear what you say.